Dom put him top 10 all time, and this is a man still with a whole lot.
Here, I'm gonna mute this. I fell asleep. I'm getting back into the swing of things, especially for Fight Island. I want to make sure I'm covering at least 3 fights per card. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. So as you can tell, well, I'm on outside of Philly. I'm on the East Coast, so it's a little bit before 7 a.m. here. Fell asleep down here in the man cave on the couch. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do a jump cut, meaning I'm going to watch this fight in real time. Even though I know who won, I'm hearing it's a fight of the year. So we're going to come back. For me, it's going to be after the fight's over. You guys are going to be a millisecond. We're going to come back with highlights, post-fight, what's possibly next. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com, and we're getting back into the swing of things. Please subscribe.
Just look at the fight that he had with Eddie Alvarez, the second one. He put together a 55-punch combination to take the man out of there. He's got wins over Justin Gaethje. You mentioned Max Holloway. He is a top of the food chain fighter, top of the food action.
Deep breath. Crazy fight. These fights this year are insane.
Let's talk about this for a minute. Now, I got my little shit notes here for round number 2. Now, the first minute, who do you give round number 2 to? Now, I gave round number 1 to Dan. Round number 2, I gave it to Poirier up until that last 30 seconds or so. Can you say that he stole the round? My bad. I don't want the UFC bot to. I don't know, bro. Who do you give that round to?
Watch the toughness of these gentlemen.
Let's see if Dustin did not overstate the potential of this lightweight main event.
Yeah, come on. This is, in recent memory, the best fight I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, right.
Because this is a...
So...
Damn,
I done messed it up. Damn, I done rewinded it. I got to find my spot. So I guess the point I'm trying to make is I'm just watching this. So I already see why they're saying it's the fight of the year and probably one of the best UFC fights of all time, because that round 2, it's like, bro, like, Dustin, keep your hands up, bro. Like, he just was eating shots that, normally other people would have probably been knocked out. So let's see, does he take the last 3 rounds? Because it's hard. It's hard to give that round to Dustin with the way it ended, but I'm going to, because in the back of my mind, that's what it's saying. But all right, last break. I'm going to watch the rest of the fight. We're going to be back at the end unless some crazy shit happens. Please subscribe.
Poirier finishing this fight very, very strong. These guys stand up and applause on
what
that
a
one.
fight.
Oh
I think I speak for all the fans around the world when we congratulate Dustin Poirier and Dan Hooker. Poirier dancing his way around the octagon, appeared to be the far fresher fighter to my eyes, Dom, over the final 10.
Yeah, he looked like a champion tonight. He looked like a champion tonight. He came, he finished that 5th round strong. He fired back anytime Hooker landed on him. And Hooker, Hooker looked like a champion too. It's just he ate a little bit more than Poirier in that 5th round.
Yeah, I was going to say both guys looked absolutely outstanding. Non-stop action.
Hey, I'm going to let this play through, even though I can pause it. This is one of those fights where that if you're tired and you probably was laboring through the car, that this would have woke you up. And I wish that I had made it to the end. I fell asleep during the entrances. I was done. So I'm trying to get my, my schedule back together, because Fight Island. Crazy. We got an invite to Fight Island. No bullshit. But, because passport and visa issues and the timing, couldn't go. But that was some crazy shit. Especially since it was like pulling teeth to try to get some information on how to even get into UFC events in the past. So I just thought that was like not only a blessing, but it was like, well, what the fuck? Like, why would y'all do this all of a sudden now? But anyway, I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. So I got some very crude-ass notes here. Let me tell you what they say. They're probably going to be... Oh, wait, highlights. This was a very good fight. The best UFC fight I've seen this year outside of Weili and Joanna. A lot of time, even though I can legally show these fights, a lot of time the UFC, they try me, they try me. So every now and then, for those who've been watching my UFC mixed martial arts coverage, sometimes you may see a video disappear and then it'll be back like a month later. That's the bullshit that they be on. And I really try my best to be civil and not threaten like litigation, because that shit, actually I did once. They had took, what did they take? I forgot what video. They took like 3 UFC videos. They took my Poirier, Nurmagomedov, damn it, Khabib video. So we're going to listen in. Please subscribe, and we're going to talk about it. And I'm going to
know that Bruce Buffer
give you my thoughts on the
has
fight.
the scorecards. Here's Buff with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 48-47, 48-47, and 48-46 for the winner by unanimous decision, Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
It is unanimous. Dustin Poirier gets it done. His 18th career UFC win. That breaks a logjam at number 10 in UFC history. Michael, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that was the correct decision. Certainly, when you look at the stats that they put on screen in the 5th round, the numbers told the truth, right? First 2 rounds, Hooker landed more shots. The next 2 rounds, Poirier landed the more shots. And in round 5, Dustin had the most success. He ended the round on top, landing shots. He was the more dominant guy in round 5. He deserves to be the victor.
I agree. Let's wait for his post-fight interview. So let me tell you my little crude notes here, if you can see me. You can't see him. Round 1, Dan, jab, stiff. Round 2, Poirier, first minute 30, minute mayhem. Shots. 30-minute mark, 2 question marks. Dan's big flurry. I put a little squiggly underline. Round 3, Poirier, guillotine, 2:30 mark, clear round, dust. Round 4, jabs, wrestles, lots of wrestles, beautiful wrestling round. I didn't get to the notes for round 5. I was watching it. You know something what I like about 155 is that look at that top 5. Even if Conor come back to fight a Dan Hooker or somebody
Dan Hooker
here, let's
got
look
off
at the
to an
punch
outstanding start tonight, but Poirier had the advantage in rounds 3, 4, and 5. Huge 5th round for Dustin Poirier there statistically, and when Dustin goes back and looks at some of these numbers, he landed 76% of his total strikes tonight. Absolutely incredible. Not just the output, but the accuracy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You know, the jab work was fantastic. He followed it up with that straight left a lot. Threw some nice body kicks as well at the start of the fight.
Here,
as the fight progressed, less and less kicks. Absolutely.
Let's pause that.
The jab work was fantastic.
Let's look at this. Let's pause this and take a gander at this. And as you can see, you know, the last 3 rounds he swept on the majority of people's cards. Now, that round 2 was close. It was a Poirier round up until that 30-second mark. And it seems as though every time Dan was able to get Dustin down, you know, Dustin would find some way to control, or it just seemed like Dustin was able to get up whenever he wanted to. He just was trying to go for a submission or some shit, you know? Very high level fight, and a lot of people have been wondering, like, how can UFC put on these caliber of fights and Top Rank can't? You know, the pay structures are different, man. It's different. It's different when you have UFC that has all these fighters, their whole top 15 of guys, compared to boxing is usually when promoters have to work with each other. You know? Yes, you have little small things in boxing, like when a Golden Boy fighter, Joshua Franco, was lent out to Top Rank for the Top Rank in the bubble, Las Vegas MGM, you know, they're quarantined there. But that rarely happens in boxing. Top Rank right now just can't put on the quality of fights that UFC can. In fact, Eddie Hearn may be able to. Well, he's doing a pay-per-view with Povetkin and Dylan White in his back garden is pretty much what it is. But anyway, back to the UFC. Let's let this play through. Listen to the post-fight interview. Shit, they're probably going to be here forever. All right, here we go. We can't play the whole thing, but I can let you listen into it. And I'm interested in what is going to be next. I would welcome him versus a Tony Ferguson, but will Tony Ferguson want a get back type fight when he comes back. Now we know UFC. One thing I love about them is they don't play too much of that political bullshit. Also, shout out to Dana White, who been really he really pushed forward and he really got this shit moving over there. And boxing is looking like, yo, how the fuck they got this shit moving? But it's he's doing a very, very good job in my opinion. So look at that top 5. Gaethje, Ferguson. I'm hoping I'm a little bit behind, so I don't know what's going on with Gaethje versus Khabib or whatever's going on with that. You got Conor. What's he going to do? You think Conor will fight Dan Hooker, Paul Felder, or you think he want to go right into the meat of things? I don't think the UFC would do that to him, and it doesn't seem like Conor's going to be coming back until they're able to, get at least crowds in. They want that money. Conor's contract, from my understanding, is different from everybody's. They need that merchandise and shit to be sold. All that arena shit. Here, let's listen in. I'm running my mouth. Shout out to Dustin, man. He versatile as fuck. And shout out to Dan, looking at his resume. And I've been watching his fights, and I haven't really been paying attention, but he's been on a nice little run. Outside of the body shot Edson, but gave him, and poor old Edson, in my personal opinion, I think he got, bad decision in his last 2 fights, my personal opinion. And he's down at 145 now. Crazy. But all right, let's listen in.
Could have been a little bit sharper.
Zone.
Fight isn't a fight until there's something to overcome. And we fought tonight.
And you certainly overcame it tonight and dominated late in the fight. I know we talked during fight week about being in that proverbial zone as a fighter. I mean, you landed 76% of nearly 300 attempts tonight. Safe to say you felt like you were in a fighting zone tonight?
Could have been a little bit sharper. I didn't move out the way of a few shots. Not that I disrespected Dan's power. I was just, I don't know, stayed in the pocket too long. I could have been a little sharper. At the end, I started getting my range and countering off of his lazy shots, pulling back and throwing my 2 down the middle. Landed a couple good. I could hear you guys when I landed, so I knew it was causing some trauma, making his head snap back and stuff. So I thought I might be stealing the rounds with good shots like that, but I can do better than that.
All right, well, you came in with the number 3 next to your name. I don't have to tell you the rest of the picture at 155 pounds, but what is next, and how soon can you turn this thing around us?
I don't know. Maybe I'll fight at the end of the year. Maybe I'll fight next year. I don't know. I just want to go home to my daughter, and, I'm a winner, man. And it was a long time off, the longest break of my career in 40 fights. Had to take 9 months off and sit on the sidelines. Yeah. Couldn't put weight on my leg for 8 weeks. I had to overcome some stuff, man. And now that I'm a victor again, I want to get back to the drawing board, keep getting better, and I want to stay in love with this sport. I don't want to push myself or work myself so much to where that I hate this. And I've been doing this a long time and pushing myself to the limits every day. So I just want to do it right, man, and give it my all the right way.
Well, you've done it right every step of the way, and this sport's in love with you, man. We're happy you're ours. Congratulations on a big week, the Forrest Griffin Community Award, and you make good on the main event tonight. Enjoy it with the family, man.
Thank you, guys, and thanks to UFC so much for awarding me with the Forrest Griffin Award. It's an honor. I'm grateful. And the Good Fight Foundation is on the up, and we're going to be helping a lot of people, man.
Paid in full,
Paid
Dustin
in full.
Poirier.
All of this will be for auction next week. The Good Fight will post a link. I'll post a link, and if you want some of this fight gear from this historic fight, it'll be yours if the price is right, man.
The Good Fight Foundation, Dustin Poirier, congrats on a big effort tonight. We'll see you on the flip side.
Wow, I don't know about the way that sounded. Many can interpret that to mean a lot of different things. Is he contemplating some type of retirement, or what's the deal with that? And I get it. A lot of the fighters, in athletes in general are going through a lot because they have to quarantine like something crazy. They can't be around nobody. Limited to only a few rooms or whatever the case may be. It's crazy. From training to their bedroom to maybe going to a fighter meeting room to, the cafeteria to get something to eat for God knows how long they're training. Always have to be, mindful of who you're around because you can get the fucking COVID. It's crazy. So they are under a lot of stress. Anyway, I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. And yes, we're going to be here full time. I'm revamping everything, for Fight Island. For the Fight Island fights, and we're getting there, all right? So thank you for those who have been, dealing with my shit, for the last few months during this lockdown as I've been thriving outside of my personal life. Now it's time for you guys to get a little bit of it too with my content. All right. I'm TstreeT Controversy with FightView360.com. Please subscribe.